With this video, we will have a closer look at the text reader function and how to optimize it for your situation. For an overall description of Exam Reader and other information of interest referred to in this video, check the links below. Do be aware that nothing is permanently stored in text reader mode. If you want to save text and re-listen to it later, consider using Reader Pen and the Scan to File function. Now let's have a closer look. Let's start with having a look at the different settings. Adding mode allows you to set whether to append or replace text. Append is great if you want to build up and listen to full sentences or paragraphs. If you only want to listen to shorter sections or single words, replace is the better option. Scan languages allows you to set which language to read. Check the text below for the list of available languages. The reading settings are used to optimize text reading. English Voice sets your English preference to either American or British English. By default, reading starts immediately when a scan is finished. With read delay, it is possible to add a delay between scanning and listening. You can set the speed with which the text is read, 5 being fastest and 0 slowest. 3 to 4 is considered average speed. Word pause is used to insert additional pauses in between words. 0 means no additional pause, 5 means the longest pause. Punctuation pause is also used to add additional pauses, but only when there's a comma, period, colon, semicolon, proclamation mark, or a question mark. 0 means no additional pause, 5 means the longest pause. The text will be read out immediately after a scan is finished, but will be interrupted if you keep scanning more lines. To make it easier to visually keep up with the reading, each word is being highlighted when read.
It gives me, perhaps, as much of pleasure as I can now in any manner.
To re-listen, press right button to wrap up to start and press OK.
It gives me, perhaps, as much of pleasure as I can now in any manner.
Or move the cursor to any position and press OK to re-listen to a part of the text.
Now in any manner.
Now let's see what we can do with the reading settings. First, let's reduce the reading speed.
It gives me, perhaps, as much of pleasure as I can now in any manner.
Let's reset the speed, but add some pauses between the words.
Pleasure, as I can now in any manner.
Let's remove the word pauses and check punctuation pauses. Pay attention to the extra pause around the word perhaps when re-listening to the text.
It gives me, perhaps, as much of pleasure as I can now in any manner.
To move the cursor from the end of the text to the beginning, simply press the right button once. Press the OK button to start reading again.
It gives me, perhaps, as much of pleasure as I can now in any manner.
To re-listen from any point, reposition the cursor and press the OK button.
I can now in any manner.
If any word is specifically difficult, it is possible to visually zoom in and have it separately pronounced. Select the word and press and hold the OK button.
Pleasure. Manner.
Read delay adds an extra pause after scanning and allows you some extra time to shift focus from scanning to reading.
It gives me, perhaps, as much of pleasure as I can now in any manner.